Hi, I'm Holly Pavlica. I created Momentum. I meet a lot of interesting people in the course of writing this blog. I'd like to introduce you to some of the friends I've met along the way.
I don't think there's really a site out there that caters to both mom and dads. There's everybody seems to separate it. Yeah, there's Mom Central, who started Dad Central. There's Mom TV, they're starting Dad TV. You know, I kind of think that sure there are separate places for those things, but I'd like to see the conversation together, because what's been interesting for me is I'm a divorced dad, so it brings a different perspective on things. And I was actually interviewed for a New York Times Magazine article about a year and a half ago, talking about how a lot of dads become better dads when they're divorced, because they're forced to do things that, you know, not that they didn't want to do necessarily when they were married, but things that they just didn't do because it was mom's job or it was something that mom did. And I think that that's a lot of that take is what's happening in the dad space, because a lot of the dad blogs are about dads who are spending much more time with their kids. You know, there's the whole Dads Talking group, which is trying to say we're really involved with the families, we're really involved with our kids. There's a lot more dads staying home with their kids now. And I think it would be an interesting conversation to have in the same place where, because mom and dads think so differently. So why don't you play off a little bit on that? I mean, I think that some of the mistakes some of these sites are making is they're trying to speak to dads the same way they speak to moms. And I think that there's a different way to talk to each other.
Oh, there's definitely a different way. The dad campaigns I worked on over the years, it's got to be straightforward. It's got to be straight talk. Right.
Dads want the information, right?
Yep.
They want to hear what the facts are, and they don't want too many facts. You know, what I see is that, and again, correct me if I'm wrong, is women tend to research a lot more. They want a lot more opinions. They want a lot more reviews. Dads kind of tend to rely on what I call like their go-to guy. You know, and then they might ask an opinion or two, they might come into a space and ask something, but once they get the answer that satisfies them, they're done. Whereas I feel that what I find with moms is, or women in general, is they're more interested in a plethora of reviews and recommendations from friends.
Yeah, she's going to buy, a guy will buy a pair of black pants and he'll just buy a pair of black pants, right? Right. And a woman will look at a pair of black pants and she'll want to look at what she looks like in it. She's going to want to know if some of her friends bought that same pair of pants.
She might use a mobile app to send a picture while she's at the store, which I can't imagine a guy ever doing.
She might tweet a picture of it from the website and say to your friends, what do you think about this pair of black pants?